All right, so Weasel's Lickin BBQ. I gotta ask, how did that start?
Well, it started out as a bunch of us were going to get together and do a grill out, and somehow between grill out and the day of it, it turned into a 10-team competition.
You did a lot of cooking, obviously, before that, just kind of having some fun in the backyard, different grills.
Yep.
And the grills of your choice are Pit Boss, I understand. And you've been all Pit Boss for, how many years has that been now? 5 years?
About 7 or 8 years.
7? Okay, all right, all right.
In the time, we've went through several different, kept upgrading.
And Natty's was your first competition when you guys worked out together?
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah, that was our cookout that we were going to do and turn into a competition. So.
Awesome. And you ended up grand champion, that's what I see. So,
Yep.
What's your favorite thing to cook?
Ribs.
Ribs, definitely. Babies, spares, doesn't matter. St. Louis?
St. Louis style.
Yeah.
Yep.
You guys have different stages throughout the process that you are responsible for. Like, does Matt do certain things and Nicole, you do certain things? Or
I do more of the meat prep and whatever, and Nicole does everything else.
Okay, okay.
Well said,
Okay.
well said.
Well, and I think the partnership you guys have is part of why you're getting these awards and doing so well. So,
yeah, it's hard to do without a good help.
Yep. All right, guys. So we just outside talking about how you guys got into barbecue. Great story. You are award winning, but I'd like to see some of those awards. How about if we go look at those?
All right.
Got them over here on the table. There's Gus. Hi, Gus.
Come on. This is the one that started it all.
Okay.
First comp we ever did, we ended up grand champion out at Natty's Invitational.
Okay. Excellent. And then it's just kind of growing from there. There's a couple of these that I was with you. That was just this year competition out right behind my backyard.
Yep.
Took first place. A lot of first place here. Hate to ask, but is there a favorite in here at all?
Probably our first one, I suppose.
I think the first one.
Okay.
First one was the best one.
All right. Alrighty, so the next thing is to look at this really awesome logo. Weasel's Lickin BBQ here in St. Peter, award winning. We've talked about that. So where did you get this done at?
There's a place in Le Sueur, Minnesota, the K&R Graphics, I think it's called.
Okay, okay.
They did it, and they knocked it out in like 4 hours. It was
Yes,
awesome.
you have that one, and then you have one on the other side, and then one on the gate as well, right?
Just the other side, not the gate.
Oh, okay. So can we walk in here and kind of look at it a little bit?
Yeah, our trailer's, it's a working trailer. It's not, we don't work inside it at all. Everything, it's mainly for hauling our stuff to the event.
Okay.
A shelf with all our stuff in it.
That's pretty cool.
Holder for our pans, and everything has its place when it's in here, and she's full.
Well, there's a couple of things in here. It's pretty cool. These LED lights that you got wired in.
Oh, they're bright. You can't have both of them on, or you might go blind.
And then this is the generator used for that.
Yep.
And does this? You were looking at some point doing AC, I think, weren't you?
We kind of joked about it, but no.
No.
We don't need that. We're outside, so.
Yeah, the tie downs you have in yours, I got to do that in mine, because I have on my trailer I have a couple right here, and when I crank it tight, it pulls this out. There's not much that holds this, but if you get this anchoring system like that, boy, that's definitely the way to go.
Yeah, that stuff is nice.
So, all right, and then
one must that you have to have for a trailer. Otherwise, your helper falls down.
Those are, I think I've got some pink ones a mutual friend of ours gave me. And I did trip over mine one time, and it was even after you showed me that trick.
Yeah.
So somebody was thinking here.
I didn't drop the ribs.
Excellent. Alrighty, so here are the Pit Boss grills. Looks like they're both Pro Series. Not sure which one you want to start out with. Which one was your first one?
My first one, none of these.
Okay,
so my first one's long gone.
Sure.
I started with a Pit Boss 820 Deluxe. I had that for several years, and that thing just worked awesome, but it was too small.
Yep.
And these I've upgraded. They're Pro Series 1150s.
Okay.
So
Yeah,
they really work nice. This is the V2 and that's the V3.
Okay.
They're the same thing, but one has a different controller.
One quick question before we get away from the smokers. What do you feel as far as once you get into these competitions? I know a lot of our friends have been, they'll buy something and then the next year, I'm going to try a different method or a different cooker or a different smoker.
Yep.
Stay consistent, right? Get to know what you have. And
that is big. I was kind of in that trend too, where I thought I wanted something and I got it and it just wasn't right.
Sure.
I went back. That was a vertical one for me. It just didn't work out.
Yeah.
And so I went back to the barrel style. I really like them.
Yeah.
I like the pellet grill part. You just turn it on and it does its thing. And biggest thing, don't mess with it.
What's the future hold for Weasel's Lickin BBQ? You guys want to stick with the backyard for a while? Do you want to look at the possibility of the Masters at some point? Maybe some catering? What are your thoughts?
Well, at this point, I think we'll stick with the backyard. The Masters, I mean, unless you're sponsored, I don't know how people afford to do the Masters. And at this point, we're not sponsored, so.
Yeah.
In the backyard is more fun.
In the backyard, yeah.
Yeah, I have a great time in it.
As far as the future, maybe someday we'd go to the Masters. I don't know. We'll see what happens at that time, but we'd like to get into catering.
Okay. Yep.
We have to look into all the rules on that yet, but.
Colin's their son, and how old is he again?
11.
11 already. I bet they can't believe that he's already 11. And he does some kids cues too, is that right?
He does. He's been doing very good. He's hasn't hit the first place yet, but he's been second in quite a few.
How you doing?
Good.
So you've been in this a while, and the one thing I was wondering about is, are you having fun? And what have you cooked so far? I actually had one of your pork loin pieces, I think.
Pork chops and
Yep.
hamburger.
And so you got some trophies too, don't you? Second places? You'll get first eventually, just like mom and dad, right? But you're part of the team, so you get first when they get first. So,
Only one
yeah.
helps.